going on, chimps? Welcome back to another episode of Ripping and Riffs. I don't think we're going to do too much riffing today.
Yeah.
These things aren't even plugged in. We're just hanging out, holding the guitars. Yeah, I mean, really today we just wanted to talk about what we're about, why we're doing these YouTube videos. We can redo that.
Yeah.
I didn't introduce ourselves.
No. And that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
That's all right. Let's just go.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm Jerry, and this is Matt. Yeah, we got that out of the way.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're all good.
Nice.
Well,
nice. Very professional.
super profesh. I thought about redoing it, and then we're gonna have
But then why?
We are gonna have to cut it up a little bit because of the words, you know.
Yeah. Editing magic.
So just to give you a little bit of history on GuitarChimp, we have been buying and selling guitars since 2006. The reason why we started doing YouTube videos was we never wanted to be YouTubers. We just wanted people to be able to hear our guitars and see the condition up close on video. You know, we were those guys that we used to take like 50 photos of every guitar, and we'd have, 9 million photos of dings, and it just got to the point where we were like, we should just start putting this stuff on video. So we started out with demos, and then we started doing, our first look series, just trying to show you guys as soon as we get stuff in. It's about as raw as it could be. It's literally just the two of us sitting here. When we get stuff in, we put it on film. We've been doing some history on stuff, and then just really whatever we want. I mean, the only thing that's really off limits for us is I just don't like doing cheap gear. I don't know.
I think we mainly put our focus on high-end stuff. People that, take this seriously, that want to drop some serious money on great guitars. Very rarely do we have anything that's even, I think the lowest end thing that you'll find is like a Japanese Strat or a Japanese Jazzmaster here and there.
Yeah.
But if you've ever played any Fender stuff, the Japan stuff holds up. It's very good. So that being the, some of the less expensive stuff on our site, I mean,
yeah,
we both play, we both know, I
just can't do garbage.
Yeah, just can't. I can't stand behind, I mean, maybe for a beginner, it's okay. If someone's just getting into it, you're not going to go drop $3,000-$4,000 on a Les Paul. Or 17,000 like on this one or whatever this is, but so I think there's a place for that. But GuitarChimp, those people aren't hopping on our site and buying guitars, So I mean, we're gonna keep it real. We're a lot of the guitars and a lot of the demos. If you've watched any of them, we do praise the guitars, but that's because we're working with high-end instruments. It's very rare. There will be ones that you pick up and you're like, that doesn't really play well, but we set everything up. So by the time we get to the demo, we've already set it up, strung it, cleaned it, fret cleaned it. We put in the work so that it is a great filling instrument.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very rare. So if you see us saying, "Oh man, this neck feels great," or this guitar feels great, it's because we've spent time with it. We want to make sure we're giving you a guitar that's ready to go. Your money's going somewhere good into a good instrument.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is here at GuitarChimp, we're not this massive shop. We both work on everything that comes in. We touch the guitars, we play them. I mean, we pack up your orders. If you call or text, it's one of us is going to pick up the telephone. So this is us.
Yeah. So, everything that gets shipped out to you guys, I've tested it. Jerry's tested it. We make sure everything works. There's nothing funny going on. make sure they're packed up tight for you. So we're doing a lot of work. Not only are we doing the YouTube, but we're making sure that everything that leaves GuitarChimp is, you know, in great condition and ready to play. So I think that's cool. I don't think there's a lot of, you know, I've ordered stuff from bigger retailers who you would think, you know, have the money to make sure that happens, but you get your guitar and it's in a box with no bubble wrap or anything.
Oh, you're talking about Guitar Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't going to say that, but.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, some of them, they don't have the integrity for it, and maybe it's because of people packing it, you know. Maybe guitar's not even their thing. Maybe they don't even like it, but, you know, both of us, I mean, I'm very blessed to be able to just work around guitars that, you know, I mean, chances are I probably would never come across this in a Guitar Center or, you know, or that thing in a Guitar Center or just in a random guitar shop cruising around town, you know.
We do, that's specifically what we're looking for, is the rare and the hard to find. We buy stuff too, so if anybody ever wants to drop us a line, like I said, if you know, the number that's on our site, it's 801-317-9013. If you call, it's going to be one of us that picks up. If you text us, you know, if we don't pick up, shoot us a text. It's going to be one of us that texts you back. You know, I'm up pretty late, and yeah, it's us, man. We can come up with other shit to talk about and then just splice it.
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to touch on driving a little bit.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, so when we first started doing this, you know, in 2006 or so, the way that we were doing it was we literally just started out on Craigslist, and we used to drive around all over the West. We just, you know, pile up about 20, 25 guitars in the Chevy HHR.
Yeah, when I first started, Jerry just hired me because I was a band dude who, you know, wasn't doing a lot with my time. I wasn't working full time because my bands were touring and stuff. So
I don't even think you were working, were you?
No, that was my only gig at the time. Like when I was home from tour, Jerry would hit me up and say, "Hey, let's make a trip." So we would, you know, I would drive him around. He would look on Craigslist and find cool guitars, and we would drive out and pick them up, and ended up in some.
Those were kind of the days.
Crazy situation. Yeah, it was great.
We ended up in 311's practice studio one time.
Yeah, bought some crazy like Line 6. Just
randomly. I don't
pickup list guitar.
I don't even remember what the guy's name was who. So it wasn't 311 was on tour, but we ended up like their practice studio assistant. Do you remember that guy?
Yeah.
And he just got. I think he told us they paid him like $65,000 a year.
To just hang out in the studio,
to just
record them,
and be on call for whatever.
Make sure Gatorades are in the fridge.
Yeah, more than Gatorades, yeah. I guarantee you that.
Make sure they're stocked up.
Make sure.
Record them whenever. I mean, it's crazy. We met the dude that makes Divided by 13 amps one time.
That was interesting. Bought
some Les Paul from him.
Yeah, he. I don't want to get into personal stuff, but he was separating from. Well, he's getting a divorce. Yeah. And he was in a 1-bedroom apartment, and yeah, that was very interesting. We just talked to him about life and amps, and yeah, that's kind of an unfortunate part about about going around and buying stuff is all the men going through divorces.
Yeah, I feel like
that are like, hey man, I'm just trying to unload the pile before my wife gets to it.
Yeah. So definitely saw our share of that, but yeah, that's how it all started. Just loading guitars up in a car, driving around different states and swooping stuff up, and you know, met a lot of cool people doing it. But it's, you know, since then, I mean, we haven't done that in a long time. But
yeah, we should get back out on the road. And we don't got an RV or anything like that, but maybe we'll do like a HHR, Chevy HHR special.
I really wish the channel was going when we were doing that, and we've talked about that multiple times. It would have been cool to bring you guys with us to do a run, so you can kind of see see what that's all about. But
we're here now.
Yeah, we're here now, and
we'll get back out on the road.
Yeah.
What else do we want to talk about? I can splice all this shit in. I'm gonna end up cutting this up.
It
kind of almost doesn't even matter essentially what the order is either. A little bit.
No.
I can't believe people get paid to do this.
I know.
Like,
it's crazy.
We're not getting paid to do this.
No.
We're not. But some people get paid to do this.
Yeah. It's like. But that's got to be rough. Trying to think of stuff all the time to talk about or demo, and that's probably why a lot of people do the cheap gear reviews and stuff.
Yeah, we're not going to do that shit.
Yeah, that's one thing you won't see on the channel, us trying to sell you, some Squire or,
it's tacky.
anything. Yeah.
I know other channels are doing it for clicks and stuff, but I
think there are. I'd be lying if I said I've never picked up a Squire and it played well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're out there. I just feel like it's so. I mean, obviously, to make a guitar barely over $100, you have to cut corners. You have to use cheap materials. You have to, And at the end of the day, like, when everything's made on a machine, it's not going to be as consistent as,
I just don't see the point of...
or maybe that's wrong.
I'm going to get so much heat for this.
It's probably more consistent on a machine.
If you're... some cheaper stuff, okay, it's all right, but let's be real. If you're, preaching high-end guitars and you're showing the best of the best, and then all of a sudden your next video, you're going, wow, the new Squire Affinity series, they're actually great guitars. Come on. No, they're not. Come on. like
not
seriously.
For me, I feel like that just ruins credibility. Like
totally ruins credibility.
I mean, for us, where we work with high-end guitars, we, anything we get in, we take apart. So we're not only seeing, wow, this guitar is pretty. We're seeing, oh, they put in the extra time to actually put wiring in here that is not super, super thin wiring that's cheap. The pickups are well made. Everything on the guitars is well made, so it's more than just you're buying a guitar that's made out of alder. There's a lot of the electronic components that they cut corners on and make shitty.
Yeah,
but you won't see any of that.
Well, if you liked hearing us talk, let us know. If you didn't like, you're gonna let us know anyways.
Yeah.
If if you want to support us, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That would be great. We need to get that subscriber count. We need to get it up there.
Yeah, for sure. And merch. We have merch now.
We do have merch on the website.
A GuitarChimp t-shirt.
Yeah, you can www.guitarchimp.com is our website. You can go to that and check us out. There's also in the description, there is a Reverb affiliate link. I'm just going to call it what it is. It's an affiliate link. So if you click on the link, it will it'll track you for a week.
Yeah.
and then we'll get some sort of credit if you buy something, but come on, you're being tracked anyway.
But any of that stuff helps us keep doing what we're doing,
Yeah.
I mean, not only the YouTube that we're able to make YouTube videos, so if you're buying this Les Paul, you get to hear it, but you're also supporting what we're doing and keeping guitar shops that actually care about what we're getting out to musicians and collectors and stuff. So
there's still plenty of good shops. There's plenty of good shops out there.
There are great shops.
Thunder Road Guitars, Emerald City.
It's crazy how that's like becoming a thing. Like people are becoming fans of shops now. Like you see how well like Norms is doing and Dave's Guitars,
Imperial. Yeah. Gosh, who else, man? Well Strung Guitars. There's more. Okra, yeah. I don't think Okra's he's more of a super collector than a shop.
Oh, really? So
yeah.
He's more like Rumble Seat kind of.
No, I mean Rumble Seat. Elliot's definitely a shop, but
it doesn't seem like going in there. It seems like it's more of a collection. That if you're wealthy enough,
No, Elliot's selling stuff.
Yeah.
fairly positive that Elliot and Rumble Seat are just killing it. Like, I pretty much follow everybody pretty religiously. I guess I'll just talk. He's posting at the same speed that we are, only put like an extra 0 onto what he's posting.
Yeah.
And he's moving it. I've bought stuff from Rumble Seat. They're a good shop. I really like their taste in gear and a lot of that.
Yeah.
So
a lot of cool shops out there doing cool stuff, and it's a good time. It's a good time to be playing guitar.
It's always a good time to be playing guitar.
Hopefully some of the larger competitors take notes and start caring more about what they're doing. And,
dude,
and you see kind of the Gibson thing. Like,
I don't care if any of the larger, they'll do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Seriously, if they want to burn themselves, at the stake, have at it.
Yeah. I mean, inevitably, that's what happens when you don't.
The little guys, we will rise up. We will. No, we will just continue to do what we're doing. So.
Yeah, but we appreciate the people that have subscribed, that are watching the channel, and that are giving us feedback, even though it's not all positive. But
even if it's on my hairline,
we're doing. We're getting it done. So.
Right on.
What can you say? Yeah.
That's well, should we call this a wrap? I don't know how long we've been doing this for.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. Yeah.
We'll edit that up.
Cool.
And we'll make it a video.
Sweet.